Good afternoon and welcome to the Day After Podcast and our sub-show, Too Many Kubricks, where we watch and review every Stanley Kubrick film for better or worse in chronological order. On today's episode, we are discussing 1956's The Killing, about a racetrack robbery that goes on just a little bit too long.
Yes. Stanley decided to give film noir a second shot. This is not good. This is not good.
I believe so. When I read reviews, there's one movie in his career that he did, like they asked him to do something, like this wasn't his baby.
Okay.
Like they passed it around. Like Frank Sinatra wanted to direct this also, but they gave it to Stanley first. So.
Huh. Okay.
I'm sick. This is not helping my thing where I'm sick of noir films. I hate them, and this didn't make it any better. Everybody talks in a transatlantic accent. It's just stupid and dumb.
The script of this, like, I feel like you could replace every other line with "yeah, see, yeah."
It really is. There's when you look at TV tropes or you know a general summary of this, it's like, by the way, when the robbery starts, we look at everybody's part individually. You know that when they started film and they're like, okay, if we cut something and then cut back, like what Birth of the Nation did. Mm-hmm. Wait, no, Birth of the Nation was the 30s, so
Birth of the Nation was 1915.
That's even worse because they knew how to do it, and mentally, audience members knew how to do it. The worst thing about this, if in my opinion, is the fucking narration. Was not Stanley's idea. Apparently, the studio said this people aren't going to get it unless I have an obtrusive man saying what's happening every.
It is obnoxious and insulting. At 12:30 p.m., this bitch woke up.
And that's it.
Thank you. I can see that.
There's scenes that go no. Okay. There are scenes that go nowhere.
This is a heist movie.
Okay. So they're planning on robbing.
Sorry, we're mad.
Okay.
This is a heist movie.
They're planning on robbing a racetrack of $2 million, and what they're gonna do is to distract from the robbery. What they're gonna do is they hire 2 extra guys. One of them is going to shoot a prized horse in the middle of a race, causing a disturbance. And then also this Russian chess checker Scrabble man, we'll get to it, is getting paid to start a bar fight to get people distracted.
To get the guards occupied.
And they
like half of the other group works at the racetrack.
Yeah, okay. But it once it gets started, once the actual robbery begins, it's actually okay.
Okay,
it's okay. Like, I don't know. I grew up,
but it takes like you're halfway through the movie, and only then are we like, oh, we haven't met the full gang yet. That kind of thing.
But you never.
I guess I'm judging it based on.
You never meet the full gang. It's just a bunch of. I don't mean to. I know it's a '50s movie. It's just a bunch of white guys and George. George extended multiple scenes with this woman who is apparently his wife of 5 years.
George and the femme fatale. And we need to spend like 30 minutes of this domestic drama, which is so excruciatingly boring.
It's they have these occasional gem phrases like, oh, you know, I'm married to George. Oh, George, that meatball? Well, he's a meatball with a bunch of gravy. Yeah.
And when this heist is through, I'll be up to my curls in cash.
Oh, I'm mad just thinking about it. The idea is fine. Turns out I hate studio meddling in the 50s also. There was never a time before it existed.
Has Stanley improved from...
No,
what was the one we just watched? Something Kiss?
The Killer's Kiss.
Kiss.
The thing is, I think Killer's Kiss was pretty.
Yeah, Killer's Kiss was pretty. I don't feel like Stanley has learned, like he made some of the mistakes that we thought that he had learned from.
He doesn't cut for no reason. Almost to its detriment, and there's like long extended scenes where like you're cutting to this dog and this overly helicopter owner who just will not stop talking about the little precious dog. But that's not even here nor there.
A Killer's Kiss has a nice chase scene, has a nice fight scene,
a nice death scene.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yes, there's a nice. This is so cliched and it's so drawn out, and it has no sense of. Okay, when we were watching this, I think you made the comment that apparently this heist scene was regarded as experimental at the time.
I was asking because I'm literally baffled. I don't know if this is like the first heist.
I felt like, okay, so when the heist finally gets fucking going, it takes for fucking ever. The climax of the movie is about to start, and then the narrator goes, 4 hours before.
I don't care. I don't care. Cut, dude. Cut between it. It's easy.
Every time the momentum builds, that it cuts to a different perspective.
And I can only get so mad at the studio because Stanley, they only asked you to put that narration in because you don't cut it in a good way. You could if you cut it in a way that makes sense, they wouldn't ask. That's like the cinematic version of look what she was wearing, and I mean I don't want to be like that.
That's an interesting point. Okay, if not that. God, I don't want to praise the narration, but the way that the heist scene is cut would be a little confusing. Yeah. I remember there was one time there was one scene where I was tripped up when it cut back to the bar and the fight scene hadn't happened yet.
Yeah, and it's and I'm not here to bitch about non-chronology in film and story structure, but
yeah, it's not a golden rule for me either.
It can be done, you bitch. God. Let me.
There's a lot of scattered bitching.
Yeah. Okay, welcome to scattered bitching. Take a break. We need to get a little happier here. Let me tell you about Nikki, guys.
Oh, I was about to say. Okay, there's one thing I love about this movie. It's Nikki.
Nikki. So Nikki is the name of the sharpshooting man who they hire to shoot the horse. They're going to give him $5,000 total, not to ask questions, just to shoot this horse. Now he bribes a black security officer to go into a park that should be closed, and when he's trying to just get the way he delivers his lines is ridiculous because there's just
he's the only distinctive voice.
Everybody else is like, yeah, see, but he's like, hey, you know, what kind of horse you betting on? Who you got your eyes on?
I bet on Black Lightning.
Red Lightning. Red Lightning.
Black Lightning.
It's a very Tommy Wiseau performance. He just kind of leans his head back.
All of his, you can see his molars. He's smiling so wide.
Red Lightning.
he's so delightful.
And he's so fucking excited about it. And then he gets shot and killed.
But just after watching like an hour and 10 minutes of the most bland delivery of these lines, and there's nothing you can do. The script sucks. You get this actor who's like, no, I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna make you go like do a double take and go, what did he say?
Oh, hi Mark, I'm gonna shoot a horse. It extends to the bar fight man is a man with an extremely thick Russian accent.
Holy shit. Where the first time you meet him, I think I only picked up about a quarter, at most a half of what he said. And then the last time he talks, nothing. He
says goodbye to his pal who runs the chess and checkers shop and goes, after the whole delivery of what I want you to do if I die, is like, did you get any of that? It really is like those YouTube videos they show people who speak English that like this is what English sounds like if you don't speak English.
But I actually preferred not understanding what he said because I found that more interesting than the script.
Any actual thing that they would have had would have not. It would have sucked. It would have been dry and stupid. The fight scene, choreographers, get on this. Not just to make it better, but I want you guys to get drunk and hate watch this. Like geologists get drunk and hate watch the core. I want you guys to get drunk and bitch about this choreography. Stanley is not a choreographer.
But the thing with the mannequins and Killer's Kiss was nice.
No, it was okay. It was passable. Don't give me nice.
It was
I remember it. There's that word. Unique.
I remember it.
Yes, that's why
And it was awkward. It was like that kind of that gritty, I don't want to fight kind of fight scene.
Yeah, it was a brutal, desperate fight scene. And this is just a bar fight. And in the same way that Rob Zombie doesn't.
No, this was a wrestler throwing people and tumbling. This was not a fight.
That's fair.
This was tumbling.
There's a lot of tumbling, and then suddenly, like when they're done with the section of the Cirque du Soleil wannabe act that this is, when he overpowers 2 guards, suddenly 6 other guards show up for the second part where the scene needs to be over.
Sorry, we're focusing so much on this fight scene. But so like 60 minutes of this movie is explaining.
Yeah. I got really, really worried when this movie was 80 minutes. It's the first one that's significantly longer because the other 2 are about an hour. This one's 80 minutes. I'm like, please don't be Fear and Desire just 20 minutes more. And it kind of is. There's a lot of explaining. What is really upsetting is that one of the men who dies in the shootout near the end, you have a scene with his wife who's apparently sick. I don't know if we've cured polio yet, but it's never said what it is. He's just like, I might be dead one day, but it's gonna be better. Everything's a say. God damn it. I think show me a good noir. Recommend a good noir film in the comments, please. Anyway,
I'll show you somebody.
There's a
also just besides noir, I want you to know that not all 50s movies are bad either.
Okay, good. I like the Sidney Lumet one. Okay, anyway. So there's a breakdown because a lot of people get shot on accident due to some differences, and the man who's in charge of holding the money puts it all in a briefcase, tries to board a plane. They won't let him put it on. A really riveting scene when he talks to the supervisor.
Sorry, we can't let that on in the plane, but it's got to go through customs. And for about 5 minutes.
It doesn't matter. There's a scuffle at the airport. It falls over. And despite having watched earlier a 40-second scene of him triple locking this briefcase, if it tips over and $2 million in what is probably the best shot in the movie.
Yes.
$2 million blows away in this wind turbine area where all the jets are turning on.
Yeah, and it gets like chopped up by propellers.
It gets scattered to the winds,
and you just laugh. It's so I was so relieved. That kind of made me feel better.
Yeah, thank you.
There's just something about the how this movie ends in a big fuck up that made me smile.
Yeah, it is. They're trying their best to be cool, but I don't want to shit on heist movies. I mean, heist is not the thing you should focus on here. You should focus on paying attention to your fucking script because it sucks.
Holy shit! In terms of cinematography,
it's decent. Yeah, it's decent. They now agree.
It's not a howler. Like it's not the. Very rarely do you go.
No, yeah. He's no longer cutting for no reason. There was one clumsy shot where it's at the bar, and then it cuts to the racetrack, and that's maybe like 15 frames. That was bad. Otherwise, he's cutting. He's got a rhythm now. He's got a rhythm down. He's doing that better. A lot of the stock gun sounds threw me off, but it's the 50s. Pew, pew, pew. I had a gun when I was little that made that noise.
Stanley, just stay away from noir for a bit, please.
Just stay. I'm looking at your filmography now. We're about to go on a fantastic voyage. Everything else is fantastic.
Hopefully.
No. It's going to get really, really good. Guys, I'm going to end the episode now.
Okay.
It's going to get really, really good, guys. Thank you for joining us as we discuss 1956's The Killing. Join us in 1 week where we discuss 1957's Paths of Glory.
Not all movies from the 50s suck, Johnny.
Yes, but I'm also getting sick of war films, and that's... Please?
Oh, no.
Can we mix it up with some fucking 13-year-old girl?
War.
War. What is it good for? I'll tell you, coming up next time.